The drama surrounding Charlie Kirk and his widow Erika has just escalated to shocking new heights. In a recent explosive revelation, Charlie Kirk's parents have come forward to expose Erika, claiming they tried to warn their son about her intentions long before the controversies emerged. Their candid statements have ignited intense speculation, leaving fans, insiders, and media outlets scrambling to piece together the story behind the family drama. According to sources close to the family, Charlie's parents had growing concerns about Erika's behavior and motives, but struggled to get him to take their warnings seriously. Now, in a public disclosure, they are insisting that they tried everything to alert him, but he ignored the advice, which they say has had serious consequences for both him and the family. Their statements suggest a deep sense of frustration and betrayal, revealing family tensions that have been simmering for years. The revelations have already caused a firestorm on social media. Fans are dissecting every comment, post, and previous interaction between Charlie and Erika, searching for signs that could validate the parents' claims. The situation has drawn attention not only from Charlie Kirk's followers, but also from mainstream media outlets covering celebrity and political gossip. Analysts suggest that this story taps into broader themes of trust, family loyalty, and the consequences of ignoring warnings, making it a viral sensation overnight. Charlie's parents are adamant they were acting out of love and concern, not to meddle, and now they feel compelled to set the record straight publicly. Their emotional statements add a layer of complexity to an already volatile situation, revealing insights into family dynamics, personal relationships, and the fallout from private decisions gone public. Stay tuned, because this shocking family drama is only getting started, and the next revelations could change everything fans thought they knew about. Charlie Kirk and Erika. The controversy surrounding Charlie Kirk and his widow Erika has taken an explosive turn, as Charlie's parents publicly revealed that they had tried to warn their son about Erika long before the drama unfolded. Sources close to the family claim that concerns about Erika's behavior, tensions, and influence over Charlie had been mounting for months, if not years, but their warnings went largely unheeded. This disclosure has set social media and the media world ablaze, with fans, insiders, and commentators dissecting every detail of the family's revelations. According to insiders, Charlie's parents had noticed subtle signs of manipulation and questionable behavior early in the relationship. They reportedly tried to intervene privately, offering guidance and advice to their son in hopes of preventing long-term consequences. Sources say that despite their repeated attempts, Charlie dismissed their concerns, believing he knew best and wanting to navigate the relationship on his own terms. Friends of the family say that the parents' frustration has been growing steadily, and now, after years of internal conflict, they feel compelled to speak out publicly. The parents' statements are emotionally charged, reflecting both concern and disappointment. They insist that their actions were motivated purely by love and care, emphasizing that their only goal was to protect Charlie from decisions that could harm him personally and professionally. They describe moments when they tried to discuss Erika's behavior directly with Charlie, only to be met with dismissal or avoidance. Sources close to the family say these conversations often ended in tension, leaving the parents feeling powerless and increasingly alarmed. Social media has reacted almost immediately. Fans are combing through Charlie and Erika's past interactions, social media posts, and public appearances, searching for evidence to support or contradict the parents' claims. Analysts note that the situation is particularly volatile because it touches on family loyalty, trust, and the consequences of ignoring warning signs. The narrative resonates widely because it reflects experiences many people can relate to: being warned about a partner or friend, choosing to ignore advice, and later facing difficult outcomes. Industry insiders suggest that this public revelation could have far-reaching implications for Charlie Kirk's image, both personally and professionally. While the story is primarily framed as a family matter, it also intersects with broader public perceptions of Charlie. Given his high-profile career and the scrutiny that comes with being a public figure, Sources note that public acknowledgement of family disputes can sometimes complicate relationships, damage reputations, and fuel speculation about motives and character. Friends of Charlie's parents say that their decision to go public was not made lightly. They reportedly spent weeks weighing the risks and potential consequences, understanding that exposing personal family matters can attract criticism. Ultimately, they felt that speaking out was necessary to clarify the truth and provide context for fans and followers. The parents are reportedly seeking to prevent further misinformation, wanting to ensure that the public understands that their involvement stems from concern, not malice. The parents' revelations also shed light on Charlie's own perspective. Sources indicate that while he appreciated his parents' concern privately, he often felt constrained or frustrated by their input. Friends say that he wanted to maintain autonomy in his personal relationships and struggled with balancing parental guidance against his own judgment. This tension has been a long-standing source of friction, and the public disclosure of these concerns now amplifies that dynamic, exposing it to fans and critics alike. Analysts point out that the story is gaining traction not only because of the family drama itself, but also due to the timing. Erica's recent behavior, social media activity, and public statements have all contributed to heightened attention. With Charlie's parents stepping into the conversation, the narrative has expanded to include family accountability, trust, and emotional consequences, making it one of the most talked about celebrity stories in recent weeks. Friends close to the family confirm that the parents' goal is to protect their son and provide context for their warnings. They are adamant that their concerns were rooted in love and a desire to prevent harm, not in a desire to control Charlie's choices. Insiders stress that the family's disclosure is meant to clarify misconceptions and give fans a better understanding of the complex dynamics at play. The situation has also drawn attention from mainstream media outlets, which are now covering the story with increasing intensity. Reporters are analyzing past interactions, interviews, and public statements to understand the extent of Erica's influence and the validity of the parents' concerns. Analysts highlight that in high-profile celebrity situations, public perception often becomes just as important as the underlying truth, with every detail dissected for clues about relationships, intentions, and character. Legal and professional advisors reportedly caution that the disclosure of family disputes in public forums can be risky, while Charlie's parents are focused on protecting their son. Insiders warn that such revelations could unintentionally complicate legal or personal matters, depending on how the narrative evolves. Nevertheless, the parents appear resolute, determined to stand by their statements and ensure that their perspective is heard amid speculation and social media commentary. Friends close to Charlie Kirk also emphasize the emotional toll this has taken on the family. The parents reportedly feel a mix of frustration, sadness, and urgency, knowing that their warnings were ignored and now have been made public under intense scrutiny. Sources indicate that the parents' decision to go public reflects both a desire to protect Charlie and a need to express their perspective honestly after feeling silenced for so long. In summary, Charlie Kirk's parents exposing Erica represents a significant escalation in an already high-profile situation. The story touches on themes of trust, loyalty, family dynamics, and personal accountability, resonating deeply with fans and the public. As the narrative unfolds, social media, insiders, and mainstream media will continue to dissect every development, making this one of the most captivating celebrity family dramas in recent memory. The revelations from Charlie Kirk's parents about Erica have sent shockwaves through both the celebrity and social media spheres. Sources confirm that the parents had been growing increasingly concerned about Erica's influence over their son, noting behaviors that seemed manipulative, controlling, or inconsistent with Charlie's values. Despite repeated attempts to communicate their concerns privately, they say their warnings went largely ignored, leaving them frustrated and worried about the potential consequences. Friends of the family describe a pattern in which the parents would approach Charlie with observations about Erica, highlighting instances where her actions or intentions seemed questionable. Charlie, however, was reportedly determined to navigate the relationship on his own, believing he could assess the situation without interference. This friction, insiders say, created tension not only between him and his parents, but also within the broader family circle. Where opinions about Erica varied widely, the parents' public disclosure has intensified the debate, with fans analyzing social media posts, interviews, and prior appearances to identify signs that could corroborate their story. Analysts suggest that the situation is compelling because it reflects a universal experience, the tension between parental advice and personal autonomy. Many fans have expressed empathy for the parents, noting how difficult it can be to watch someone you love ignore warnings that could prevent emotional or professional harm. Insiders indicate that Erica's recent public behavior contributed to the parents' decision to speak out. Reports suggest that her social media activity, public statements, and interactions with Charlie raised additional red flags, reinforcing the parents' belief that their son was in a potentially harmful situation. Sources emphasize that the parents felt they had exhausted private channels and now had no choice but to share their perspective publicly. Industry observers note that these revelations may have a direct impact on Charlie Kirk's public image. As a public figure, any family disputes or allegations of personal oversight can become magnified, affecting both professional credibility and fan perception. Several media outlets have already picked up the story, analyzing the family's statements, Erica's responses, and the broader implications for trust and accountability in high-profile relationships. Friends close to Charlie's parents highlight that their primary concern has always been their son's well-being, not the destruction of Erica's reputation. Sources confirm that the parents are emphasizing the difference between expressing concern and personal attack, hoping to clarify that their intention was always protective rather than punitive. Despite this, some social media commentary has misinterpreted their statements, sparking debates over motives, loyalty, and family dynamics. Analysts point out that Erica's reactions, or lack thereof, are critical to understanding the unfolding situation. Some observers speculate that the growing scrutiny from Charlie's family, combined with intense social media attention, could force Erica to respond publicly, escalating the drama further. Others believe that the heightened focus may strain her relationship with Charlie, particularly if he begins to reconcile his parents' warnings with his own experiences. Friends report that Charlie himself is navigating a complex emotional landscape. While he appreciates his parents' concern privately, he reportedly feels conflicted about reconciling their warnings with his own choices. This internal struggle, insiders say, has contributed to tension and misunderstandings, highlighting the difficult balance between familial advice and personal decision-making in high-pressure public situations. The parents' disclosure has also sparked broader discussions about trust, relationships, and accountability in the context of celebrity life. Analysts note that fans are particularly captivated because it illustrates how even high-profile figures are vulnerable to manipulation and misjudgment, and how family involvement can become a central narrative in public perception. The story resonates widely, reflecting real-life dynamics that extend beyond celebrity culture. Friends close to the family confirm that the parents are committed to standing by their statements. They stress that they have evidence, experiences, and observations that support their concerns, and they are determined to ensure that their perspective is understood amid growing speculation. Sources indicate that the family's priority is to protect Charlie while maintaining transparency, a delicate balance given the public attention and potential for misinterpretation. Insiders also suggest that the unfolding situation may affect Charlie's professional collaborations and public engagements. While the story is personal at its core, the visibility of family disputes in public forums often influences partnerships, endorsements, and fan engagement. Observers note that navigating the fallout requires careful communication, strategic media management, and a nuanced understanding of public sentiment. Friends emphasize that the emotional impact on Charlie's parents has been significant. They reportedly feel a combination of frustration, sadness, and urgency, believing that their son's decisions could have long-term consequences. Sources suggest that the decision to go public was driven by both a sense of responsibility and a desire to clarify the narrative for fans, ensuring that misinformation does not dominate this conversation. Analysts predict that this story will continue to dominate social media and media coverage for weeks. Every public interaction, post, or interview related to Charlie, Erika, or his parents is likely to be dissected for clues about family dynamics, personal decisions, and future developments. Friends of the family say that the parents are prepared for scrutiny and remain steadfast in their goal to protect their son's interests while sharing their side of the story. In conclusion, the revelations from Charlie Kirk's parents expose the tension between family loyalty, personal autonomy, and public perception. The story highlights the challenges of navigating high-profile relationships, particularly when personal matters intersect with public attention. As the narrative unfolds, fans, insiders, and media outlets will continue to analyze every development, making this one of the most compelling celebrity family dramas of the year. As the revelations from Charlie Kirk's parents continue to ripple through social media and celebrity news outlets, the situation has escalated into a full-blown public spectacle. Friends close to the family reveal that the parents' concerns were based on long-standing observations of Erika's behavior and influence over Charlie, which they felt were increasingly harmful. Their warnings, delivered privately over months or even years, reportedly fell on deaf ears, leading them to take the unprecedented step of going public. The disclosure has sparked tense debate among fans and commentators. Social media platforms are flooded with discussions about loyalty, trust, and judgment in personal relationships. Analysts note that the story resonates broadly because it highlights a universal tension: the conflict between respecting parental advice and making independent decisions. Many fans have voiced sympathy for the parents, recognizing the frustration and fear that can accompany the experience of seeing a loved one ignore serious warnings. Sources indicate that Charlie himself is in a difficult position, navigating both familial expectations and the scrutiny of the public eye. Friends describe him as torn between defending his personal choices and acknowledging his parents' concerns. This internal conflict, insiders say, is a critical element of the unfolding drama, demonstrating the emotional complexities that arise when private family matters become public controversies. The impact of the parents' revelations is not limited to personal relationships. Industry insiders suggest that public disputes can influence professional reputations, partnerships, and ongoing projects. While the story is deeply personal, Charlie's status as a public figure means that every interaction and statement is magnified, potentially affecting fan perception and professional credibility. Observers note that maintaining composure and managing public messaging is essential to navigating the fallout from such high-profile family drama. Top friends close to Charlie's parents emphasize that their goal has never been to discredit Erika, but to protect their son. They stress that their decision to speak out publicly was made after careful consideration, as private attempts to address concerns had repeatedly been ignored. Sources describe the parents as determined to provide context, clarify misunderstandings, and ensure that the public understands their motivations. Analysts point out that Erika's response, or lack thereof, will play a crucial role in shaping the ongoing narrative. While the parents' statements have dominated the conversation, Erika's perspective is likely to influence public perception and fan reactions. Speculation is rampant about how she might respond, and observers note that any public acknowledgement could escalate tensions further or prompt reconciliation attempts. Friends indicate that the parents are prepared for scrutiny and potential criticism. They reportedly understand that public disclosure of private family matters can be polarizing, Yet they remain steadfast in their mission to protect Charlie. Sources suggest that they are carefully monitoring social media and media coverage, ready to clarify or respond to misinterpretations while avoiding unnecessary escalation. The story also highlights the emotional toll on all parties involved. Friends close to the family describe the parents as experiencing frustration, sadness, and urgency, feeling that their repeated attempts to guide Charlie were ignored. Charlie, in turn, is navigating complex emotions, balancing respect for his parents with his desire for autonomy. Erica's role in the unfolding drama adds additional layers of complexity. With social media amplifying every interaction and intensifying public interest. Analysts note that this story will continue to attract attention, both because of its personal nature and Charlie's public profile. Every post, interview, and media appearance will be scrutinized, with fans and commentators analyzing body language, statements, and prior interactions for clues about intentions, relationships, and potential outcomes. Friends say that Charlie's parents are committed to staying focused on their objective, protecting their son while ensuring their perspective is heard clearly and accurately, legal and professional. Observers caution that high-profile family disputes can sometimes have unintended consequences, while the primary concern here is personal. Public exposure can influence business opportunities, professional credibility, and public perception. Friends close to the family note that the parents are aware of these risks and are working to communicate responsibly, emphasizing love, concern, and honesty rather than criticism or personal attacks. The ongoing story underscores the challenges of balancing private family matters with public visibility. Analysts highlight that when celebrities face scrutiny, even personal disagreements can become widely discussed topics, making careful communication and strategic thinking essential. For Charlie Kirk, this means navigating both his personal relationships and public image simultaneously, a task that requires sensitivity, patience, and awareness of how every statement might be interpreted as social media discussions continue to escalate. Insiders indicate that the parents remain focused on the well-being of their son. They reportedly feel that public disclosure was the only way to ensure that Charlie and the public understood their perspective, emphasizing that their actions are driven by concern rather than malice. Friends suggest that the parents hope this transparency will foster understanding, promote accountability, and ultimately help Charlie make informed decisions moving forward. Observers also note that the story raises broader questions about trust, family loyalty, and personal responsibility. The narrative resonates because it highlights how even public figures are vulnerable to relationship challenges, familial tensions, and the consequences of ignoring warnings. Analysts suggest that the ongoing discourse may spark larger conversations about relationship dynamics, parental guidance, and the role of family in decision-making processes. In conclusion, Charlie Kirk's parents exposing Erica marks a critical juncture in the ongoing saga, bringing private family concerns into the public eye. The situation intertwines personal relationships, public perception, and emotional complexity, captivating fans and media alike. As the story continues to unfold, every development from social media posts to interviews and insider commentary will likely shape the narrative, influencing both public opinion and personal outcomes. The revelation by Charlie Kirk's parents about Erica has ignited one of the most intense celebrity family dramas in recent memory. With private warnings ignored for months, the parents felt compelled to go public, sharing their perspective on the concerns that have haunted them for years. Fans, media outlets, and social commentators are closely following every development, analyzing posts, statements, and past interactions for clues about the true dynamics at play. This story isn't just about celebrity gossip, it's about trust, family loyalty, and the consequences of ignoring warnings from loved ones. Charlie's parents have emphasized that their intentions were protective, aiming to guide their son rather than to attack Erica personally. Their transparency has opened a conversation about the challenges of navigating high-profile relationships while balancing family input and personal autonomy. As the drama unfolds, Erica's response, Charlie's choices, and the ongoing public discourse will all influence how this story continues. Fans are eager for updates, insider details, and any new revelations that shed light on the dynamics between Charlie, Erika, and his parents. This saga is far from over, and the next developments could dramatically alter the narrative and public perception. Stay tuned, because we will continue to bring you exclusive updates, reactions, and insider insights into this unfolding drama. From private warnings ignored to public exposure, the story of Charlie Kirk, Erika, and his parents is one that will dominate conversations and social media feeds for weeks to come. Don't miss a single moment as the truth behind this family controversy continues to unravel.